Hi there. So if you are looking for something to do with your POSCA markers, I have a great idea, and it's to paint on wood because it's so satisfying. I found this mini, not branded Jenga block game on my local toy store, and I thought it would be so fun to customize it. So here it is. It's a little bit, it's just a tad smaller than a regular Jenga. It's still not the mini Jenga, which is a little bit smaller, but I thought it would be fun to paint on it, especially with my POSCAs because they will allow me to create fun and small patterns. And like I said before, it's really satisfying to paint on wood. This is why I also got this little puzzle at the toy store. I don't like the design, of course, but I thought maybe I could cover it and come up with something new. But that's a story for another day. If you want to see me do that, subscribe, like, and comment if you would like to see what I can come up with. Okay, so onto my project. At first I wanted to try to use my POSCA directly on the wood because, like I said, it's so satisfying to use paint markers on wood. The only thing though is I wanted this to have a little bit more of a polished look, and the markers did bleed a bit on this type of wood. I don't know what type it is, but it's bleeding a tad. So I decided I would give all of my blocks a layer of gesso. I was actually not looking forward to doing the gesso layer. I usually want to go right into painting, but to be honest, it wasn't that bad. It took me less than 15 minutes to cover all of my blocks with this thin layer of gesso. And if you really don't want to do it and want something faster, you can always spray paint them white. Again, it wasn't bad. The only thing that happened was that I ruined my manicure in a record time. I do that a lot. Okay, so let me change the background because that's a mess now. And here is my whole tower now in white. And I developed a plan for the pieces so it wouldn't be as overwhelming. Which now that I'm editing, it actually wasn't. It took me all day, but it was really fun to do it. And I decided I was gonna do some pieces that were floral, others that were geometrical figures, and then save some of the pieces just for fun. And then I would paint some of the pieces directly on the white, like leaving that white background. And for others, I would completely paint them with my POSCA and have solid color pieces and then just decorate them. So here I am with my first two pieces. I have a white one and one that I painted already all with purple. I really need to test things before I do the whole thing just to gain confidence. I need to put my ideas down somehow. So I needed to do these two first pieces, and then I was ready to color the rest. I knew I wanted to use my set of pastel POSCAs, but there's only 7 of them, so I added a few more colors. So I did 10 solid pieces, and then I took 5 of those for florals, and I would combine them with 5 white, and 5 of those would be geometrical and also combined with 5 blank. And whatever was left was gonna be my fun pieces. I was like playing a game while I did this too, you know, of mixing and matching. It was really fun to do. What I decided is to match the same colors that I was using on the solid with the white. It was really fun. Doing florals, it's easy. Let me just tell you, the trick is to do the same flowers, but just change them in scale, change the centers, change the colors. So as you can see, I did a bunch of flowers and they're all pretty similar. It's just me having fun. The same thing with the stripes, the thicker, the thinner, combine them with dots, doing vertical, horizontal, diagonal, and that's how you develop ideas. I think painting on this Jenga was a really good way to get creative because you have so many pieces, you want them to be different, so you start thinking about different things. Creating this Jenga will definitely help you develop patterns. Take a 5-petal flower and then do it one color with the single dot in the center, then do it bigger with 5 dots in the center, then do it with an X in the center, then do it with leaves. You know, you take all of these ideas and just transform them. The same with the geometrical patterns, you just play with the lines, and of course you can cross those lines to create different textures. And oh well, this one is one that I hated. I just hated it, so I decided to make my life easier and just cover it all with paint. Yes, I have an extra solid and that's fine. So here's my first batch, and then I decided for the fun ones, I really enjoyed more the ones that were completely painted and then doing the pattern on top. So I went ahead and painted some more solid pieces for me to have fun. And isn't it just satisfying, just the solid colors and rainbow water? I guess you could just do a jenga and just paint every piece in a single different color, and it would be as much fun as this. But anyhow, this is my fun batch. So of course I wanted a rainbow one, and I made diagonal stripes in rainbow order, and it turned out so cute. It may be one of my favorite pieces if I could choose just one. Oh, and then this one, I just wanted it to be softer, so I added white. And then of course I wanted hearts. You know, if you watch more than one of my videos, you probably know I put hearts everywhere. I love them. So my first piece with little hearts, and I'm just playing with pattern here again, just adding dots, changing the scale, nothing too complicated, but it's amazing how you get different results. I'm gonna do another one with hearts, again plain. This one's I'm gonna make a little bigger, and I have no plan when I start. I just make them and then I add stuff. And you know, if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I just paint over it. Then I thought to do a little rainbow one. It's a half rainbow using only 3 colors. Added some like purple dots and little white stars for fun, and I really loved that one. These were my favorite ones to paint because 1, I've already had the confidence of all of the other pieces I did, and 2, because these were my fun pieces, so you know, I had fun. I also needed stars, and then I had to try that little leaf design again, the one that I ruined. Just did the leaves all in the same color and added white dots. The little dots help with every pattern. Remember I said that because it just transforms everything, filling your space with circles or dots. And here I was making another geometrical pattern, and you can see I spruced it up with dots. Once I was done with that last special piece, I brought all of my pieces in, and I felt a couple were not as happy, or you know, they were just like underperforming with the rest of them. So I just grabbed them and did some extra little details, added more color and more leaves, and you know, that changed them up a little bit, and I think now they look better in the group. Look at them. Don't they look amazing? I think these are gorgeous, and you should definitely try this. If you don't want to take a whole day like I did, you can invite friends over to do it with you. You could, you know, instead of a paint night, everybody does Jenga pieces, as many as they want. Or like it could be a birthday activity, and then, you know, the birthday girl takes the game home with all of these beautiful little artworks created by her friends. Or it was so much fun to arrange them in rainbow order, and of course to pile them up in a tower. And here is my beautiful Jenga set. I hope you like this project as much as I did. I think it's gorgeous. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye!